Quarantine facility that you announced that will be built, I think, in the middle of next year. Do you still need that?
I think regional quarantine facilities are going to be needed into the future. We can't predict what's going to happen, but there may be a country that's declared a red spot or a no-go zone area, and we may need to bring back people from those different countries, and they'll need to be chartered in. It's no different to what we have seen during this pandemic. We'll also need it for unvaccinated people.
Quarantine facility that you announced that will be built, I think, in the middle of next year. Do you still need that?
I think regional quarantine facilities are going to be needed into the future. We'll also need it for unvaccinated people.
Unvaccinated people.
This is your last opportunity. This is your last chance to get vaccinated.
Well, I'm very pleased to report that the Premier has now signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Australian Government to allow them to proceed with the construction of their proposed Australian Government quarantine facility at Pinkenba. I want to thank officials of Queensland Government agencies and the Australian Government for working so closely together. This will allow for a 1,000-bed quarantine facility to be constructed by the Commonwealth at that defence site at Pinkenba, Damascus Barracks. And with this agreement now in place and the understanding that once constructed, the Queensland Government will operate the facility, the Australian Government can now get on with the job of building it. We need it as soon as possible. It's never been more urgent to have facilities like this one. At this stage, we anticipate it being ready by around the middle of next year, and we continue to urge the Commonwealth to work with us on additional quarantine facilities, including in regional areas that might be able to take pressure